Spawning in the top left is our green dwarf player. This is Chosendeer. Probably Hierophant, right? Probably.
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 It is not Fallen playing, so it's not gonna be quite as spicy, but it's gonna be pretty nice enough to see some dwarf action today. And in the southeast corner we have Best Friend. Give him a hug, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming out with a wolf guard. Just raise a cup for all the best friends out there that get us through the hard times. Raise your chocolate milk and have a nice little sip. Because I just did. Oh no! He spinned to win, but he missed one zombie. GG, bad game.
What? That doesn't make sense.
He still one-shot it with the auto attack, so he got away with it.
So it's a good game and a bad game at the same time?
Yep.
Nice.
That's how that works. Mole Rider's waiting for Stonecutters that aren't quite there yet. Which is fun. You know what would be kind of cool? The Axe Wielder have like this little sword on the back. If they had like a stance switch, like the Guardians, and then just either start dual wielding, or you just swap out the sword and has like different properties.
Oh, nice.
Like,
well, that
I don't know,
could be
like
a
axes
more
could
interesting
inflict
upgrade.
bleeding. Yeah, like axes could inflict bleeding, and then the sword, I don't know, has a parry chance. I don't know. Something spicy like that.
Yeah, you sacrifice some resistances but gain attack. That could be a pretty big decision.
Oh no! Moly boy went down. I'm sad.
Holy moly.
Holy moly indeed. Little axe wielders are waddling along. I also would like to see the axe wielders. Like, I want like a really picture perfect dwarf frontline unit with like heavy armor, shield, and axe. So I wish like an upgrade for the axe wielders would give them some like cool armor. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, we basically have the berserkers, but no shield.
Yeah,
then.
exactly. They're like a little bit too stereotypical with like double axes. I don't know. It's just me and my weird mind wanting that immersion. You can't have them all. Guess I just have to go out there and make my own fucking game.
Yes. It's the
One
easiest
day,
thing, right?
man, there's one childhood game that I really wanted to buy the rights to and remake it in my own image. Oh, that'd be so good.
What's
And
that?
the best thing is, nobody knows about it. Siege of Avalon. It's like a
Never heard.
Diablo-esque, very narrative-driven game. It's marketed as like a book that you can play. It has, we're gonna be honest, through rose-tinted glasses, I love that game. The aesthetics are great. The story is amazing. It's like Arthurian kind of, but with a lot of twists in it. And very good writing, actually. Like the graphics were amazing. You had like this lovely layer system for your inventory, so you could like layer tunics on top of armor, and then it would actually display properly on your character. It was fucking amazing. But
oh, actually, that's something that I think I've seen in Titan Quest picked up later. Obviously, a much newer game, I'm sure.
yeah, I think like Kingdom Come Deliverance is like something that comes close to for modern viewers, but Siege of Avalon was fucking amazing in that regard. But the actual gameplay was absolute trash. Like Mage was fun, but literally Warrior is just you walk up and whack stuff.
Oh no. I think a
everything
lot
else
of
is
early
amazing.
RPG games got that very wrong in some way, so...
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna be outstanding in that way.
Exactly, like everything was amazing except the actual gameplay, so... But it still has a very special place in my heart. And I miss it.
Diamond
And
in
I
the
would-
rough, like certain Spellforce games.
Exactly. And one, like I would really like to remake that in like a Neverwinter Nights kind of way, where you have like really nice animations played out and like a turn-based stat thing behind it that plays out in real time, which I find always really interesting, that you can like pause and stuff. But speaking of the gameplay and stuff, we've got Medusa kills on both sides. Nothing too exciting.
No, they're gonna just capture their own whole side, upgrade a lot of the sectors. Not all of them, because neither race is particularly good at that. Humans better at that than dwarves, so Best Friend is taking advantage of that fact, but in the end, both will have all the sectors, for sure.
Yep. I really hope the best friend now just grabs the flag earlier and upgrades a bit earlier. I think last time he just about got away with it, but he had troubles. But it doesn't look like he hasn't learned this lesson, old man, yet. But okay, got it. There we go. Beautiful.
Ah,
You learned.
it's toast.
Excellent. Oh, poor
You
boy.
know, these auxiliars might be arriving soon enough to prevent that flag.
Maybe.
Probably not.
He was a bit low on. He's low on wood.
Ooh, if that gets stuck, that's a big problem.
What is he building? He could cancel the barracks, but it's already delivered the resources, so it's gonna take a while for that to be torn down again. Okay, he's positive now, but we still have to wait for the deliveries, and looks like they just came in. Ooh. Goes back in, very nice. Oh no, he got stuck on the Hierophant.
Wow.
Oh, but the actuators are going back in.
Yeah, the thing is, with pullback micro, it's just not that great in this game because units have a huge aggro range.
Yeah.
So, if you wanna keep your units actually alive, you better set them on defensive mode when you pull them back.
Yep.
Then
Or
they
you'd literally
don't do
just have to
aggro.
move the screen to the edge and then basically put them one screen away.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I talked myself into really loving Siege of Avalon again. But I can't find it. You can't even get it legally anymore.
No?
It's bad, man.
Aw.
No. It also had a pretty cool... Sorry, I need to stop talking about it, but it had a really cool system on the idea behind it. Like, it was like episodic. So you had like the first 2 chapters, or like the first chapter for the introduction. Then the next 3 chapters were class dependent, so you could theoretically skip them, but you could also just play them out with all characters. And then the last 2 chapters were like for everybody again.
Nice.
So you could just mix and match how you wanted it, which is kind of cool system, in my opinion. But
And you
sorry,
can just
enough
replay
about that. The
with
axe
different,
wielders are coming in to wreck somebody's business. It is a level 2 outpost. Aw, these infantrymen have not a good day. Yeah, Hierophant is just the premier tier 1 sniper.
Hell yeah.
Anything that's...
And even before level 5, she's quite decent. But once she
Yeah.
hits that level 5 and the barrages go down, well,
We all
TR
know where that's
saved
going.
those infantrymen.
But yeah, the thing is with axe wielders, you do have to be a little bit careful about those AoE attacks. So it does go both ways sometimes. Our
That's
best
right,
friend doesn't have
and-
his high halberd yet though, so these axe wielders keep surviving on 10 health.
Yeah, and gotta bear in mind that the attack speed of axe wielders is actually not as good as that of infantrymen.
Yep. And infantrymen scale a lot better to the late game.
Yeah, the upgrades are just so much better for the infantry.
I mean, I think I posted on your Discord where I tested the axe wielders with like the weird upgrade and then earth shapers on top of it. They get like ridiculous defenses, but their focus is just too little and regen so long that it is not worth it. And they can't attack while they're doing it, so it's just not worth it.
Yeah, that would have to be.
But earth shapers, I
better.
wonder if we're gonna see those. Speaking of those, they
We
are
should
really
see
good.
those, but Chosendeer, the last time that he played Dwarves, he actually just all in super hard with
okay.
axe wielders. So I'm not sure if we'll see any more sophistication, but if anyone's good at forcing that, is Best Friend, because his early game
Yep.
is just so clean.
I am worried about the sentry abuse again. Oh god, I've complained about it in November already, but I don't like it. It's
Well,
just a
but
bad
the
mechanic.
upgrade.
Yeah, it just promotes bad gameplay in my opinion. Like it's literally
Wow.
just used for hero sniping or like big creature killing, and that's about it.
Yeah, because it's actually worse for DPS. If you
Exactly.
somehow manage to sit them really far back and use it that way, that can be okay. But as soon as it's actual combat,
Yeah.
you should undeploy.
Or you can like you scout your enemy earlier, you see them coming, so you pre-deploy and scout a little bit ahead. Then you can use it, but yeah, usually you just end up hero sniping, and then it's like, oh wait, I'm dead because I can't get fucking 1.5 screens away.
Yeah.
So I would love to see that reworked in some way. Generally, like dwarves are just weird in the place because like pretty much every unit has an active ability. Like there are no passive upgrades.
I think Yes, I think so. Everything has an ability.
Yeah. So and it's just too much to worry about. So like some units like Axe-wielders, I think should get a passive abilities to make them useful later on. The Sentry should get reworked. I would love to see people actually using their Berserker shouts a little bit more staggered because it's an insane buff. I don't know why no one's doing it. But
Well, it's the
just
same with
throwing,
the
throwing
shields
that
as well.
away every time. Yeah. It's so crazy.
Because that doesn't stack, and neither do the ones for the Earthshapers. So both are obviously pretty important to stagger.
And the fun fact about Earthshapers, I think I measured it, it's like roughly 30 seconds of uptime on that on full focus. So you can stagger that forever. It's kind of crazy. Like you do need to focus upgrades. I haven't measured it on without the focus upgrade, but it should still be like at least 15 seconds or something. While they still can attack and everything, it's pretty decent. Pretty damn decent. It's basically the only way to scale your axe wielders. And that actually keeps them decent in the mid game. Obviously not the late game where they just get deleted, but there are ways around it.
So by the way,
Obviously.
BestFriend has reached tier 2, and he's starting his iron economy. He's
Very
already
nice.
got 4 barracks, which is a good start, and he's actually upgrading the scouting post on the other side, but can't teleport to it. So I guess he can try to hit another base while Chosendeer's teleport is also down, while his frontier outpost just buys him time to be able to do that. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea. Also, like his usual stuff will work better against dwarves, like keeper spam, etc. Especially if he gets, like, I know he does sometimes gets the upgrade for the keepers. So for the AoE, since dwarves are usually pretty packed, and their damage types are really not that effective against keepers. So the tier 2 human does a lot better against tier 2 dwarves than it does against like a dark elf.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that's some decent damage. If you can surround that bad boy with some decent infantry, damage is there.
Yeah, and BestFriend should be able to teleport back now as soon as that flag is done.
New.
Wait, he's leaving quite a few guys behind though.
Ooh, that was a mistake. That was not on purpose.
It can't have been, but this is the
It was
fortified
also
outpost,
like
so it needs to be respected.
They did look in range though, but for some reason they didn't go in. Like usually the teleport range is pretty fucking big, but sometimes it's deceptive.
There's absolutely no upgrades for Chosendeer, so I think the infantrymen are just gonna be, you know, numerous enough together with the holy farts to take care of things. Actually, only level 1 of holy fart, no level 2 for that.
Oh, can he get away? Ooh, 87 health.
If both axe wielders get an attack in, oh my god,
The thing is,
the holy
both
fart saved it.
both heroes, by the way, are out of potions. Oh wow,
Yikes.
that's a lot more dwarves surviving than we would expect it.
Yikes, all those infantrymen dead, man. That is crazy, but both reach level 5, I think. Which for Chosendeer means he's gonna have Barrage next. And with the superior army left over, that is scary. BestFriend better get some keepers, not this light stuff.
Yep, I hope we do see some of that. There's a lot of dwarves walking across the map though. Alright, got the infantry back on track. Level 5, yep. For both of them.
There's potions for BestFriend.
I haven't seen many people utilize that, but if you don't clear out an entire sector, you can teleport on top of your abandoned buildings.
That's right. It can be pretty fun if they leave.
Yeah.
Ah, there's the inventor finally. So we're gonna see some eco upgrades. I just wonder where Chosendeer has his other business. Wait a second.
That was an
is never
aggressive.
gonna happen. Yikes, that's a problem. There's 2 combat
Yep.
balloons as well now, so it's going to be really difficult for the humans to keep engaging. And with Barrage also covering for them, aye.
Yep.
This
Lucky
Dwarven
for him, the
army-
barrage whiffed quite horrendously. But the thing with barrage is it's a 20-second cooldown. It's just so quick for what it does.
Exactly, like, I wasn't worried about that specific fight. It's just, for future reference,
Yeah.
those balloons are going to get out of control. So chickens are going to be necessary.
Yep. But the thing with the barrage is a 20-second cooldown without cooldown reduction.
Yeah, and it's going to get much worse over time.
Yeah, I think one of the problems here is probably like, since dwarves are relatively rare on the ladder these days, it's really hard to get practice in against them. So it's easy to forget or mistime things, and I think that's on display right here.
Yeah. You can see the Warhammer upgrade is in there for the infantryman.
Yep.
So that's going to help a little bit with holding. But for attacking, you also need the health one very badly.
Yep, especially surviving the barrage, and here it comes again. Rip.
Ooh.
Okay, you could. That's a decent one. Decent earth shatter. And the fortified outpost is not going down.
A Shadow Strike could have maybe finished that Hierophant, but it was on cooldown. Dude, this is hard. The dwarves just win the fight again.
Yep. Combat balloons, yep, they're, as you mentioned, starting to get out of control. 3 up already. And now even the backline is getting under pressure. And they do have 1,000 hit points. So they are deceptively chunky. Also very expensive though, to be fair.
Very
Oh, God.
expensive. But that range
God.
is so good.
Oh,
Surprised they didn't snipe the Wolfguard commander.
There's
she
an
will
anti-balloon
get away.
chicken.
Nice
One
one.
down.
They have no resistances, so it doesn't matter what kind of damage you do as long as you manage to target them.
Yep, but same for the birds though.
Yeah,
Gets
both
the full
have the
200
same problem.
damage to the face. Wolfguard today is very good at getting away. Unfortunately, the army dies for it.
These barrages are absolutely insane.
Oh god. This must be like it felt like to be a Celt up against the Romans. It's just shit flying at you in different sizes with a lot of punch behind it. From pillars to massive bolts fired from scorpions. It's just like ah! Just put your shield up, son, and then just go straight clean through it. It's like,
And
well,
you
that
too.
didn't work. What do I do now, man?
Pay tribute.
Pay tribute. And that, kids, is why we started to raid and plunder, because we didn't want a pitch battle. Poor griffins. I always thought they had a saddle and that there was like cut content or something, that they had like usually riders on them, but it actually isn't a saddle. Same for the
Yeah.
wyverns.
There is just armor. They're like
Yep.
just very well trained.
Their hind legs look more like elephant feet than lion feet. There's something weird about them. Very strange.
It's the shadows, I think. So weird.
But they have a fluffy tail. Everything with a fluffy tail is great.
Alright, how many
Big.
stone halls is that?
Yep,
Four
I'm
now.
just checking best friends now. We have 3 drill holes and 2 support for best friend and 1 academy. Pumping out danger chickens.
Problem is you can't keep up with the food requirements of this, especially with
Yep.
all these lost buildings, and all these remaking is not gonna help too much with this. I think the time has come pretty much to start recycling at least some of the stone.
Yeah. He is getting some farms out. Most of the sectors are empty of food now. And he really needs to just consolidate. Don't build any more units. Get your tier 3 because you need the workers for the farms as well.
Yeah,
Not just for like the units.
Just being able to have border fortresses, not only will it hold better, but you get more
Yeah.
economy. It's just such an important thing. And you can get the market as well. Maybe even start thinking about a Titan. Because that's actually hard for the dwarves to deal with.
That's very true. Like most of their danger stuff is pierce damage, except for Blue Axe Berserkers, which is pretty far away from. But then again, he's pretty damn far away from a Titan too. Let's see, what do we have in terms of upgrades here? Oh, nothing. Chosendeer has no upgrade buildings at all. Also, like, I haven't seen any. Like, it's true. Like with humans, it's a bit awkward to fit in the foundry for the eco upgrades. So I'm not quite sure if they're worth it or not. I just feel like they're essentially with elves, since that's my main. I usually end up always picking them up. But I think that's where I trap myself as well when I play humans, because I try to get it, and then it's probably not even worth it. In the very late game, yeah.
It's hard to say, right?
Yeah.
I haven't played humans in a long time, but I know as Dark Elves I like it.
Yeah, it's like the elf factions there just have these weird economies, especially with wood, where it just scales so weirdly because you need so much of it. So once you start chopping, it's very fast, and then it gets slower and slower.
Yeah, and to get an upgrade for that, it definitely helps, but you also have to think about like repositioning the wood.
Exactly. Oh, I'm an elf main, mate. I got foresters.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, the shotgun was definitely dodged by accident.
Yeah.
Just pushed past it.
It's mostly an attack move, but the balloons are getting targeted down actually by some of the arbalists, so that's great.
And the chickens have been pulled on top of it. And one of Best Friend's strength is the multitasking with different control groups. So there we go.
Yeah, so his micro is going to be pretty good in such a big composition with the diverse unit set. It's just getting there is such a tough thing, and I think one of the weaknesses of Best Friend is right after that point, when he doesn't get tier 3 in time, like you always point out, and it's very true. But is Chosendeer going to be able to manage this? Because that's a big deficit he's got right now. If those balloons can't generate value over time, then he just also learned dice here, I think.
It's we have no health on the.
Oh, the Earth Shatter itself was enough.
No potion left there. So Chosendeer, I think that's just inexperience with dwarves since he's playing random. So he kind of bricked himself somewhere here.
Yeah, I have no idea how
usually you see a pretty fast tier 3 from dwarves these days. And I don't think we're there yet at all.
No, not even close.
Because Blue Axe Berserkers are pretty rushable since they're only like, they're tier 3 units, but they only cost food and iron. So they're relatively spammable, and especially if you don't go for combo balloons.
Yeah, people will also get a bunch of fire golems, right? Like in the infantry fights, that's obviously really valuable.
Exactly. Especially as long as you still have axe wielders to buffer for them a little bit.
Exactly.
And they do have this 25 pierce resist now. They did get some love in the patch.
That's right. So even against the arbalists, it's not as bad as it used to be.
Yep. There we go. We were seeing it just now, just 2 of them. I mean, they're getting ignored. That's why they're getting ignored with some value. But,
but it does some work. Ooh, the barrage is brutal.
Ooh. I mean, we had 1 golem already chunked down almost 10. If you would have got 1 more strike, I think you would have been up to 10 arbalister kills. Just by him lonesome. That'd be kind of cool, like have a counter for the kills for a unit.
That would be sick. Just spotting some of these hero units.
New. Especially, like, for example, these catapults could be deceptively good with their burning. They're just so we see some value generated.
Imagine if units could level up.
Well, I'm a Code 2, old Code 2 player. That's my jam, Holmes. Vet 3 infantry all day. I just realized that human workers have different haircuts. Nice variety, but we also have one guy spinning in the left side sector, iron sector. One guy's just dancing about. He's just doing some cardio.
What?
Just running back and forth, spinning. Left side Medusa base. Top iron, like left side Medusa base for your best friend. The iron miner on the top.
Oh, yeah, that happens all the time with iron mines. No idea why.
Yep.
It's a miner, so he's losing out on the income.
Nope. Oh, fortified outpost gets abandoned here by Best Friend.
Rip.
Yeah, that's always the danger. If you're too far away, you have to teleport on top of it, because you're not gonna be fast enough.
Oh, he stole some potions from the vendor. That's nice.
Ooh, spicy. Ah, okay, the dwarves got really nicely choked here by the teleport. So that was a pretty big value bonanza here for Best Friend.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy with all this fire going down as well, and the chickens from the sky just laying down the hurt.
Chickens from the sky, boulders from the catapults. It's all crashing down on us now. Oh god, Hierophant is running. Just waddle. Waddle, little girl.
Chosendeer at 60 population, and with a dead hero. Oh, the baby not! Maybe she can get away. Definitely not.
Nah. Oh, the backslash across the back.
That's painful. Best Friend at 145 pop, and that's gonna keep rising rapidly as well. So many.
We had a little
balls.
incursion of like a anti-catapult task force, but they only got one.
Ah. I'm surprised that Best Friend isn't stopping to pick this up. I mean, it's not likely that he'll lose the game if he presses on, but
No.
it's an important base to grab, actually. Okay,
By the way,
does it.
can we just appreciate how good the voice lines for the golem are, or like his voice?
Yes, it's great. I actually have it off when I cast, but it's really good.
Yes. Let's see if how's Chosendeer's economy. Pretty damn terrible. Yeah, he's not tier 3 at all.
No.
I think most like it's really just hanging in the tier 3.
The Best Friend
He
is
stays
tier
for
3
dwarves.
now.
Oh, he's
But-
got there in the end again.
Yes, but no border fortresses yet. Okay, starting now, and Oreo distilleries are on the way.
Nice. Oh god, the human army is having a party. Just mosh pitting there.
I think he wants to max out before he goes. Goblins do have their range upgrade, by the way.
Yeah, nice.
Wouldn't mind seeing a few flag bearers and stuff. But that
Oh,
will
yeah,
take
yeah.
some area.
I think flag bearers are definitely the unit you want to get first. Especially with at least the upgrade that gives you more units. Because then it's actually like half your army, it's like 12 units or so that they affect. So it's kind of insane. And you need to have at least 2 to switch, one on offense and one on defense. Because it's just such a power multiplier. But I think he did it.
And then you get the auras and all is well.
Indeed, indeed. So that's 1-1, right?
This is the
Wait, we
first
have a
game
game,
actually,
right?
yep.
This is the first game, right? God damn it.
No problem.
Oh, my brain.
That was a great comeback though from Best Friend,
yeah,
seriously.
definitely.
Like it really looked like he was gonna lose, but the human production, man, it's just kicked in and he handled it really well.
Yeah. Chosendeer just kind of bricked his own economy. Like, he was doing really well until he didn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of that's kind of the thing that I observed by myself when I play random, and as well as on some others that are not like super grinding games out. If you just lose your edge a little bit, you just miss these little things that keep your economy flowing. And then you just brick yourself on something, and then you like accidentally queue units up, and then you don't end up not building like the outpost, and it's like, oh, it's all crumbling.
Playing random is easier said than done.
Exactly.